going to show you how to tie a jig fly without using a jig hook. Problem I've got with a lot of jig hooks is they mask the fly quite a bit, and also do you really need to buy them? So what I do is I get a normal hook like that, and normally you put the eye through the hole in the bead and leave the slotted bit at the back. Do it in reverse, put the slotted bit on first. I don't know if you can see that there. And what you do, put it in your vise. Now normally when you do that, your hook will go to there. What you do is you turn it slightly and you push it onto there. And basically it's masking the hook, the eye of the hook. Now I've got this thing I always super glue me beads on, but what it's also doing is, and we've all been there, tie a fly and we just wish that shank was a little bit longer. So with this you've got it, you've super glued it, that bead isn't going anywhere because the eye of it has gone into the slot, so it gives you that slightly bit longer to play with. So we're just going to tie any fly now, nothing spectacular, and you'll wonder how I'm going to do certain things, but don't worry, it all comes out. Just a layer of threads, grab some bit of pheasant tail. Like I said, I don't want any criticism about the fly because it's not really to tie. It's just to show you how to do this. And the biggest problem you've got with jigs, when you're fishing them, they've all got a centre of gravity, or a centre anyway, and you need that fly to sit up so that it's not catching the bottom. So we'll get on with this and then I'll show you exactly what I'm using. And that's me just dropping a packet of hooks on the floor, but never mind, wouldn't be the first ones. So we'll just tie in, dropping everything this morning. So we'll just tie in what's going to be the rib. Look at this. Cut that off. A little half hitch in. I'm just going to put a collar in now. A little bit of grey dubbing just for the collar. A bit of pearl added. That's it, no spectacular. Off. There, so that's about it. So I can tie the fly off, just take a couple of half hitches here. Now, when we tie a normal jig, we tie it on a certain way. That's it roughly there. Just stop it spinning a bit. So you tie it on like that, and hopefully what you want is, you want that jig hook to hit the bottom, and that's what's hitting it. And they work great. Only thing is, when you've had a fish, you get a fish on it, and watch that knot, it spins straight round that eye. And what you do is you forget to straighten it up when you chuck out again, and that's the way it is. Now that will catch the bottom. So what you do is just zoom out a bit. Take your nylon. So if you want to tie I think it's a blood knot. Yeah, 4 or 5 turns. You take the end of it and you go through the loop. You then tuck it and put it back through there. There you go. I think it's a tuck blood knot. So you've got it like that. So you've got the loop, and there's your knot there. What you're going to do is take the hook, the fly that I tied before, right place. I'm trying to do this so you can see it. What you're not, and just start pulling it up. All you do is just work that knot in there, pull it tight, and then just trim the edge. Now you haven't put any nylon through the eye. That sits perfect. You got a fish on it, a fish pulls it, you play the fish, and it comes back up again. That means every time that is in the water, it's sitting exactly right. Now, it ain't going to come off. You know, I'm pulling hard there, that's 4-pound line. I'm pulling hard because it's pulling against the bead. And the harder you pull it, the tighter the knot gets. So, with a jig hook, when you've caught the bottom or you've caught a fish, it'll stay that way. And comes back up. So every time you cast, pull it tight again, still not coming off anywhere. And there you go. Every single time it hits the bottom. Good thing is, often we'll be fishing away and then all of a sudden your point fly will come off. That's because the knot is on the eye of the hook. And the eye of the hook is leaning forward and that's banging against everything. The knot's out the way here. So it doesn't wear the hook out, doesn't wear the knot out. So if you look at the two of them, when you first put each one on, they both look and sit perfect. That's what you want. But you pull on that one, and it's still there. Pull down on a jig hook. Once you've had a fish or you've snagged the bottom, there's a big difference there to the way they're sitting. I'm just trying to get them level. You see the proper jig hook is pointing down. That one there. It saved me so many flies, so much time. Might work for you, might not. It does for me, and it does for other people I've shown. Nice easy little way of saving a few flies. Best luck, bye.